Hey, it's Marvolo and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I fade my hair color with minimal damage. Now right now this color is extremely faded, but I haven't recolored my hair since August and I haven't had any luck fading it more than this. My first suggestion when you're fading your hair color is to try not to do it all at once. Now sometimes I know it's easy to get impatient and just really want to change in your hair color, and in that case, you know, there are ways you can do that and have minimal damage as well. You want to start doing things to your hair like using heat, taking hot showers, showering more frequently, washing your hair more frequently, and ditch your non-sulfate shampoo. When you have hair that's been colored, you want to use a sulfate-free shampoo because sulfates will strip your hair. So when you are trying to remove your hair color, you want to go back to those shampoos with sulfates in them. I find that anti-dandruff shampoo is one of the things that works the absolute best for fading hair color, but another really great cruelty-free vegan option is the Ion clarifying shampoo. This works really well if you have chlorine damage in your hair and you want to remove that from being at the pool, or if you have hair color you want to remove, and that's entirely what I've been using it for. It makes your hair really, really dry and a bit frizzy, and it removes like all the oils from your hair, so you want to be a little bit careful using this. I wouldn't use it every time you shower, but using this a couple times a week will really help to fade your hair faster. I've been using shampoo with sulfates for over 5 months now, and my hair color this started out as blue originally. I just had blue hair, and it's faded to this light seafoam color. My second step in fading hair color is to make a vitamin C solution and scrub that into my hair. If you want a really heavy duty version of this, there's a great recipe at the Hair Crazy website, and I'll link that down below, but for this I'm just going to be using my clarifying shampoo and ground up vitamin C tablets. Vitamin C works really, really well to strip your hair color, but just like the shampoo, that is going to be very drying for your hair. So this is pretty simple to make. You can generally find crushed up vitamin C powder, but I bought it in a tablet form because it was cheaper, and I just cut the pills in half using my pill cutter and then used the cap to just crunch them down to as fine of a powder as I could. I never really measure how much I use, but it looks like I use maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm going to make a big batch, that way I can do this multiple times. I wouldn't recommend doing it too many times in a row because, like I said, it can really dry out your hair, and when your hair is really dry it is more susceptible to damage and split ends. So first I'm just going to add the clarifying shampoo in, and I'm almost out. Okay, can't really see it in there, and I'm gonna do probably 3 capfuls. I might not have 3 capfuls, but as you can see, it's a pretty finely ground powder. Just gonna dump that in. Ugh. I can taste the vitamin C in the powder in the air. Okay, then you just want to mix it all up. At least this isn't like a toxic chemical or anything, it's just vitamin C, so it might boost my immune system, which I don't necessarily want. I mean, I'm on immunosuppressants, so kind of a waste of medication. Okay, the vitamin C treatment needs to be applied on wet hair, so I'm going to go wet down my hair and be right back. My hair is all wet now, so I'm ready to apply this. You do not need gloves unless you have some sort of a sensitivity to vitamin C. So since this is mostly shampoo, it's going to lather up pretty easily. Just rub it between your hands and start scrubbing it into your hair. And you do want to scrub it back and forth. This is not ever how you should wash your hair, but in this specific situation, this is how you're going to help to work the pigment out. And you just want to go over anywhere with color. So I'm going to try to avoid my roots and start at the ends. Now if your hair color is a little bit fresher or more pigmented than mine already is, you might start to see suds of a certain color. My suds look pretty much just white right now. And that's what I expected. I actually don't know that this vitamin C treatment will extract any hair color from my hair, but it is worth a try because this is one of the least damaging methods of removing hair color. Yeah, you really just want to suds it up, scrub it up, and hopefully get that pigment out of there. You really want to focus your attention wherever the most pigmentation is, and for me that is towards the top here. I'm going to leave this on my hair for 20 to 30 minutes, rinse and repeat. And once I am done with my vitamin C treatments, I will come check in with you guys and show you how my hair is looking. Alright, I ended up doing 3 vitamin C treatments with my hair, waiting 20 minutes between each one. I don't know if you notice a difference, but it does look a little bit lighter to me. Especially towards the ends, they're looking a lot more yellow and less green. I'm actually surprised this did more than I expected it to. So my hair is feeling pretty dry even after putting some jojoba oil on it, so I'm going to get some coconut oil on my hair, wrap it up in a bun, and go take a nap because I've had a migraine for several hours now and I just need a nap. Okay, I'm feeling a lot better. I took a nap, put some coconut oil on my hair, washed it out, and now I've got wet hair, which is good because the next step requires wet hair. So I'm going to do a bleach bath. A bleach bath can be damaging, but mostly only if you do them repetitively. I'm not going to do this more than twice. I think I'm only going to do it once. I generally don't like to do more than one bleach bath. So for a bleach bath, you're going to need developer. I'm going to use 20 volume peroxide. You'll also need powder bleach. I'm using V-Lights by Matrix. And a shampoo. I like to use a tea tree shampoo. This is a tea tree mint shampoo by OGX. And the tea tree shampoo for me helps to counter the burning from the bleach that might get on your scalp. I'm not putting this on my scalp, but this is just, you know, habit. Also, you may want to use gloves. I would recommend using gloves. I just don't have any right now. So you're going to want to use equal parts of each ingredient. I'll start out by putting in 1 tablespoon of the bleach powder. I'll actually do 2 tablespoons of the bleach powder. This is all I'm going to use for this batch. 2 tablespoons of powder bleach. And I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of shampoo. Okay, and now I'll add 2 tablespoons of developer. Whoa! Let's turn this light purple color, and it will help to cancel out any yellow tones. Just slowly apply it, just the same way that we did the vitamin C one. And this might irritate your hands if you don't use gloves. It's going to make mine very itchy and stingy, so if you do not use gloves, make sure you wash your hands right after. Now I'm going to try to avoid my hair that hasn't been colored yet, but because I will be bleaching it later on, it's not a huge deal if it does get on there. I just don't want it to get dried out and damaged before it even gets bleached directly on it. I do want to say that bleach baths are not an effective way to bleach your hair as an alternative to bleaching. It's just good for if you're in a situation like this where you just want to get some color out of your hair and it is already bleached underneath. Okay, now I'm just going to try to lather it up a little bit more. You could even add conditioner to this mixture, and it would make it a little bit more moisturizing for your hair. And I use the V-Lights bleach because I find it to be a little more gentle than most other bleaches. Okay, I'm just going to clip my hair up and wash this out after about 20 minutes, and then I might repeat. We'll see. Okay, I'm back. I did 2 bleach baths. I let them sit for about 20 to 25 minutes apiece and then rinsed them out and thoroughly conditioned my hair. My lighting in here isn't perfect, but you can see that my hair is quite a bit more yellow right now, especially towards the ends. So the bleach bath worked pretty well, and with some toning, I think that this is going to be pretty good to work with. Now, if you're not using a color like Ion, you may not even have to do 2 bleach baths, and for me, when I've used colors that come out a lot easier, it takes 1 bleach bath and that's it. It's all out. It's a really quick process, but these Ion Color Brilliance Brights colors are super stubborn, and I'm amazed that I even made this much progress with them. As you can see, there are still a couple spots that are a little bit more bluish green, and I'm either going to have to tone them or go back over those spots a couple more times, but I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and my hair doesn't even feel damaged at all. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any more questions for me, you can leave them down in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated for the next time I make a video. Thank you for watching.